wanna reinterpret what I said? I just told you what I meant.
Well, you were talking about like a Santa Claus vagina or something like that. I don't really know what, but anyways, soundness entails validity. You care about
Oh
validity
my
if you care about
god. Oh
soundness.
my god. Oh my god. Nobody's disputing that, sir.
So you
No
agree
one.
with that?
I agree with that, but that does not represent that the context of I don't care about validity. I'm not saying I don't care about validity within a sound argument. You understand that, right, sir? When I
That
say
doesn't
I
make
don't care
any
about
sense.
validity, it is not in the context of within a fucking sound argument. Do you understand that?
No,
Oh my god.
because if you care about soundness, you care about validity within the argument.
Within the sound argument, not
Yeah,
within a false conclusion. Okay?
a
Do you
not
understand the
within a
difference,
false
sir?
conclusion.
You're a fucking idiot, dude. You are just a dishonest fuck, right? Who just twists little segments, tries to pretend there's a contradiction, and you don't care about having an honest conversation. Listen to what you're trying to argue. You're trying to misrepresent my position that I don't care about soundness within a sound. I mean, I don't care about validity within a sound argument. That is not what I said. That is not what I said. Absolutely, I care about validity in a sound argument. So what did I mean when I said I don't care about validity? I'm talking about within an argument that has premises that are uh, patently false.
Mm-hmm.
In other words,
Yeah.
if you want me to consider a cow that jumps over the moon as a premise, I don't fucking care about validity in an argument like that. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying.
Yeah, I just want to clear that up because what you said sounded straightforwardly stupid. So I just want to clear that up.
No,
So
it's only stupid. It's only stupid in the way that you framed it as a straw man, not as I stated.
Only stupid if
yeah,
you
I mean
have
a
ears
lot.
to
I
hear.
mean, I'm actually like agnostic as to whether or not you even know the difference between soundness and validity. But
Yeah, I'll tell you what, dude.
mm-hmm.
First and foremost, I don't want to
Yeah,
talk to you.
okay.
I'm talking to Jack.
I don't know why.
You
Then
you inserted
shouldn't
yourself into the
talk to me.
conversation to strawman me. I don't want.
Well,
I don't appreciate it. Okay, so
John,
fuck
well,
I
off.
don't think I
Is
don't
it
think a
possible that
person
you
who was
fuck
happy
off
with his
and so
performance
I
would
can
be
talk to
acting
Jack?
like this, John. This doesn't seem like a person who was happy with their performance, John. This behavior does
you
not
seem a little
coincide with that.
agitated. Yeah,
Yeah. Seems like you've been thinking about
but
what
Bill,
happened and
I
you're
mean,
very upset.
Bill, I hate to have to repeat this. This seems to be an issue with you, but we need to be mindful of when we're interjecting, right? Right, Bill?
I waited.
Well, I mean, he was cursing up a storm,
Well,
and you
I
were
don't listen.
talking. I
Listen.
mean,
If you want to cock block me talking to Jack, and you want to insert your little fucking penis in this discussion, I'll just bow out. I could do that easily without flinching. Okay, I could even listen for 6, 10 hours without having to say a word.
mm-hmm,
Is that what you want?
mm-hmm,
Because you were not invited to this guy. Listen, sir, I've made it
mm-hmm.
very well aware
Yeah,
I
mm-hmm.
do not want to talk to you. Period.
You
Okay.
can just stop
Period.
talking to me then.
Okay. You can either
That's
honor that because I know that if someone that requested that of me, I would honor that. I would.
you should just stop
Okay.
talking to me then.
I'm asking you not to talk with me. Now you're mod. You can talk to me. I'm just telling you if you do, I'll just bow out. There's nothing off my back.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So do you want to continue
I'll
talking to
only
me?
talk to you if you talk to me. If you address me, I'll talk.
Oh, that's not fault. I was talking to Jack. You said, you know, eh, if you care about soundness, you care about validity. That's how you began, sir. That's a straw man.
Are you talking to me? I'm just curious.
Tired of your fucking lying ass. You're so full of shit.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking to me, John?
And the difference is I confront you in the face about your bullshit. You mute me, and then you spew your lies to your little sycophants without the possibility of rebuttal. This is the problem with the Democratic Party and the liberals in general. What they've been doing that fails. You can try it, right? It won't get too far.
Are you talking to me? I just want to like know if you are actually talking to me.
I'm actually
Seems
talking
like you're
at you.
talking. Okay. You should stop addressing me then, right?
Meaning that when I talk at you, I don't need you to talk to me.
But you are
You can
actually
just
just
fucking
responding to
bend
what I
over and take it
said.
up the ass. Okay? I don't need to see your face.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know if you want to continue the conversation, Jack, or it's been ruined or whatever. But I'm trying to have an honest conversation with you, Jack.
Well, that's fine.
I mean, back to the conversation. I mean, maybe you're familiar with this argument because it seemed like he was trying to imply that his argument was a little bit different, slightly different, that it was his sort of like novel argument that's similar to Tom's, and that he wanted to run it in this room, maybe interacting with me. Um, I'm not sure about that, but that's the impression that I got. Is that impression correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so are you familiar with this argument?
I mean, I've heard him discuss it before, but I think it's just going to be the basic idea that justice is getting what you deserve and mercy is something that's undeserved. And so there's going to be some kind of incompatibility between justice and mercy. I think that's the basic idea, but I don't know. There may
Right.
be some things that he
Now, when we say mercy, you notice I said unmerited, not undeserved. I provided a distinction. And I did also notice that kind of AP, he kind of picked up on what I said. And I think he even expressed interest that he would engage with it, but Malpass never did. He almost just completely ignored it. And so, given the semantics of deserved, I don't agree in that mercy is undeserved, right? That I don't view it from that paradigm. And I could um um you know, basically kind of like delineate or disambiguate it. I think that's the proper word.
Well, the idea is going to be that um, something like if you've committed some crime, you ought to be punished. But
Okay.
because you're granted mercy,
Mhm.
what ought to have been done to you is not done.
Very good. So if there's some sort of normative notion of that, I don't say they ought to be punished. It deserves punishment. It ought to be punished. And the way I look at it is does not necessitate that the punishment be suffered or paid for by the transgressor. And I don't even think that's um, intuitive. I think there's numerous examples in our law because that's what he was trying to do. You know, simply someone else pays for your fine, your father, your relative, your friend. You yourself did not pay to satisfy the debt that you've incurred, but justice is satisfied. So, I mean, if that's what he was arguing, that would be my reply because he seemed to want to go into the mundane aspects. So I don't agree that in order for justice to be satisfied, the scales to be balanced, that payment must necessarily be from the individual in order to qualify as justice. In virtue of what is that necessary? And if these are the kind of discussions he's trying to do, these are the replies I have. And then hopefully I was hoping on having that kind of a discussion because I'm certainly not going to be twiddling my thumbs, like or speechless. Right? This is something I might have been discussing many more years than him. I understand he might have been in books when I'm engaging with individuals on these topics. And just from what my previous experience about hermeneutics, I mean, and I don't even think he's familiar with Bible passages. Like if I were to, I cited two passages. It seems like he's not equipped for a theological discussion in that manner. Just my gauge, because I've talked to a lot of people. I don't think he's ever read the Bible. That's what it seems to me.
I think what he
So what
says
kind of
about,
discussion are we having? Well,
I think,
what are we doing? An intuition pump or something? What?
well, I think he probably is appealing to an intuition, because I think what he says about
I literally asked him that.
what I think he
How
says,
worthless it was. And I gave the Bible passage for it. The seemings that lead to death, the seemings of a human being that lead to death. He didn't have a response for that. Oh, that's metaethics, he says.
well, on that point, I think he was just saying that he can grant you whatever metaethical theory you want. That's not really going to be relevant to the
That's
argument.
what he said. And so his argument, right, with his metaethical theory, right, and I even said so. I can acquiesce that his argument is valid. Then what? Does it mean it's true? Fuck no.
Well, what I think he says about somebody else paying your fine is that that might work for a fine, but you don't have somebody else.
And virtual what? His fee-fees again?
Well, I think most people are going to agree.
Most people are an argumentum ad populum? This is the popularity establishes justice? This is exactly what the courts do not say.
Well, it's not an argument.
It's
It's
about
not
the
an
evidence.
argument. It's just saying that the argument will have force for the people who agree that if somebody commits a murder, right, or a rape or something like that, right, that it wouldn't make sense for somebody else to go to jail in their place, right?
There is the notion biblically, metaethically, or whatever word you want to use of a kinsman redeemer, right? Christ is our redeemer, right? And even in culture, right? There's this movie called Eyes Wide Shut. You probably watched it, Jack, right? There's a scene where the transgressor is Tom Cruise's character, and there's this woman that I guess she's a prostitute or something that she will redeem him, right?
Yeah,
There's that note.
I remember that scene. Yeah,
The question is, what's wrong with that?
I don't remember him. I don't really remember what if he spoke. Like, I don't know whether I've seen him speak on whether there's anything wrong with that, other than that that's just going to be inconsistent with most people's ideas of justice. I'm trying to remember now, where did he discuss this argument? Was it in here? I guess I'd have to ask Tom.
So he wants to express to me his fifis. Fifis I don't share. And that's supposed to somehow, what, convince me?
Well,
I certainly hope he
I,
wasn't trying to convince me.
I don't think he had the assumption that you were necessarily targeted by the argument. Like he may have thought that it's likely you were, right? But I think the point was to present the argument, and then if you rejected a premise, you'd give reasons for why, and then he could examine the reasons.
I could easily do that. But he didn't get the business, in my opinion. He was the one to me dancing around. I'm like, get to it. I'm chomping at the bits, Jack. And to me, this preamble bullshit was wasting my time. I saw kind of what he was trying to do, but he was trying to legitimize it in my eyes. Am I wrong to think that? Maybe I was prejudicial in that. I thought I gave enough. I thought I had enough patience to assess what he's attempting to do, and I think I'm right. That's exactly what he's trying to do. But for whatever reason, it was like he wanted me to listen to his oration and follow the line of reasoning, right? As if what? I'm a first grader?
Well,
I mean, to be frank, I was insulted.
well, you don't think he was trying to insult you, do you?
No. I think he was too full of himself, if you ask me, if I'm going to be frank. But I got to go right now. I mean, I'll be able to talk in a little bit.
Okay. amazing,
He's out
amazing,
of his mind.
amazing stuff. Oh my god, that was.
I
Okay.
wasn't expecting the Kubrick reference. John Lee's cultured as fuck.
Yeah, that was interesting to him. I guess if you are a Calvinist and you go to see that movie, that would be the natural. It would be natural to think this is just what happens in the Bible, right? When she like agrees to sacrifice herself to save him.
Is John talking?
I think that was.
No, it's a recording. It was really quiet.
Wow, that was some great stuff.
He's like out of his mind triggered.
I mean, I have to say that's about as angry as I've ever seen him. Have we seen him angrier than that?
It's up there.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
up.
up there. And I think we lost a lot of good clips, so I'm a little annoyed about that.
Yeah, well, not because of me.
No, you're flawless.
You're beautiful.
I kept him. I kept him in the driver's seat, right? Like I.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Mary, you missed it. So much activity today. Probably can't talk because her baby is sleeping. Joe Sunseed deafened. He missed the whole thing.
Oh man, that's good.
That was really. That was amazing.
I
Oh
like
my.
how he's so mad because that just like sort of shows just how he knows he fucked up. He did poorly. He knows he looks like shit. Looks like a fucking coward. I'm glad.
That's right.
But Tom, wasn't it in here that that Alex actually went through this argument with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mean like recently, like when you talked to him the other day. I mean like a while back, he like came in and sort of presented this argument. Do you recall?
I don't know about that.
Oh, you don't know about that? So maybe that was some other place that he did it. Yeah, there's a recording of him on Discord talking about this argument about how it doesn't make sense to say that somebody else could um you know take your place for a crime that you've committed. But I can't remember where. I guess I'll have to ask him.
Yeah, that's all bullshit because you see what John uses as an example. He uses some like stupid fine bullshit, which is just like a convention of like human law.
Right, exactly.
And he never, if he thinks that one can atone for another, why doesn't he say, and that's why it's justice if a rapist goes free and another innocent man goes to jail. He doesn't say that, does he? Little dishonest prick.
Hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's why he's a dishonest piece of shit.
John Lee dishonest? What? No.
God, he just must feel that he just did so fucking awful. It's great.
Did John really yell, "Stick your little penis in"?
Yeah.
Eve, you've almost never seen him this triggered, Pastor.
Oh, that's a great clip.
Oh my God, the level of trigger it was unbelievable.
He's just like out of his fucking mind, triggered. All the while, he's like, "Oh, I'm not mad. I think I did great. I'm so happy." Joke.
Did something kick it off this time, or did he just come in hot?
No,
Pretty
actually,
much.
oddly enough, when I was talking to him, he was relatively calm. So it was Tom. It was as soon as because Tom came in and addressed something that he had said, and that he just he, I mean, he went from 0 to 60 in like seconds. Was so angry that Tom was there because he was talking to me. He came in to talk to me about the discussion. So then Tom came in and addressed something that he said.
Great.
It escalated rapidly.
Yeah, but when he came in to talk to you initially, he still sounded like he had been sitting on a bunch of stuff that he hadn't had the liberty to say
Oh,
yet.
I agree.
And then he completely was unloading it all. But then obviously he got more upset when Tom participated.
Yeah, but he wasn't being aggressive to me.
No, but you could tell he just had a bunch that he was like, whoa, 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 you know.
And that's exactly what I said was,
yeah,
what happens, right? Exactly what I said. Of course I'm right about John. I'm always right about John.
This may be one of these things that we get a lot of mileage out of.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
Was that
I'm
a
like,
recording?
Yeah, that's silence. That's the recording.
Well, the problem was that John said something pretty straightforwardly stupid. He said he doesn't care about validity, like he cares about soundness. And I just pointed out if you care about soundness, it's entailed that you care about validity. And this comment apparently sent him over the edge. He lost his mind over it.
Yeah, he was so angry that I didn't even feel like I could step in to steelman him. Because I was thinking,
Mhm.
I was thinking that I could steelman that, but he was like so far gone at that point.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Looks like well, how would John put it? He lacks coping skills in that situation, something like that. John, something like that. Yeah, you felt just fell a little bit short. Yeah. And then he complains about not being able to say anything when he's muted. And he's literally told, hey, he's given warnings. He's like, you don't stop this. I mean, it's like all his fault, really. It's really all his fucking fault.
So is Starfield worth it, JD?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. He's in a bad way. I'm not sure if I believe that. Jack, any ideas about the outlook for tomorrow? I mean, these feelings are obviously much deeper than we previously thought. Probably going to be some spillover into tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I think he's going to come out swinging in the morning. It might be displaced. It might be like in the context of a political discussion, about Trump.
Yeah.
But he'll be very irascible.
Oh, yeah. That's correct. Well, I mean, I don't know that, John.